Welcome everyone, Dr. Thor here. Get ready for Gnosis. Well, let's talk about the subtle energy physics and the most powerful energies in the universe. And they are neutrons, neutrinos, and gravitons. These are the most powerful energies out there, and they're very subtle. If you can call a baseball bat subtle, they empower everything. They penetrate everything. They are in everything. Now, of course, they're not a energy that is easy for the muddle-headed, confused schmientists brainwashed through years and years of school to figure out. They can't seem to harness these. They have great difficulties detecting them, and they still have very primitive detectors for neutrinos and gravitons. But these are the essence of the universe that empower, and if harnessed, are the ultimate empowerments and the ultimate forces of life. If we want to talk about Star Wars technology, the Force is with you. Well, what permeates the universe is gravitons. So this is what's out there, and particularly within the human reality of Earth. Neutrinos, which come to, trillions, billions, whatever, they're constantly being produced and shot to us in outer space, from outer space, and they are awesome forms of empowerment. Now, the big problem with all this is the fact of the really incompetent and poor technology that we all have. We are too busy working with the physical, the critical mass things, the things that are just, you can grab and look at and easily measure. Yet all of these other things can be measured. They are there and are very powerful. But they are not being examined. Of course, neutrinos are now the big thing in science, and they're looking at them because they've run out of everything else. And they can kind of detect these at a certain level. Gravitons are something that has been studied as well, and they're trying to figure out what this is to a degree. But, of course, we don't have enough money to do this. We have a lot of backwards thinking scientists that are in these projects, and we just want to build warfare machines. We don't want to build hospitals or no science or cure anybody. So, what do you do with a society like that? Answers sit right in front of us, and we just knock them off the table and say, these aren't good enough. Let's find some other answers that are more profitable or that I think is right. So this is the kind of society we live in, and that's called mental illness. And what are we supposed to do about that? Well, you have to have a society structure that stops the corruption out there, which we don't have. But the bottom line is the most awesome power out there, and particularly in the physical reality of the Earth, would be gravitons. Gravitons are the next new energy. Now, we've been working with neutrinos for a while now, and we have been able to grab a certain percentage of them mixed with tachyons into our new cells that we're offering. And this will be a large part of the empowerment of our new machines. We're moving away from anything directly electric. We want to use the awesome energies of the universe, which are not electromagnetic in nature. Now, we may use some amplifiers, which are unique resonant amplifiers. That's why we use tubes. These are resonators and can pick up energies. And, of course, we internally change our electrical appliances or electrical machines into machines that can take, harness, and amplify subtle energies. But we do this in the electromagnetic spectrum, particularly with tubes. This is extremely advanced scientific understanding that, of course, most of the people out there don't get on any level, period. And particularly the scientists don't seem to get much of anything. What have you produced? Where is the free energy? No, we have none, Dr. Thor. How about cures? We have none, Dr. Thor. Not even dandruff? That's just a bacterial. We have none, Dr. Thor. Oh, thank you. Here's another $200,000. Go and do nothing. Or I should say, go back to your 1910 hero, Einstein, and get answers from him again, because it's over 150 years and you still ain't got nothing. So, but we'll pay you. So the whole idea is this is the kind of stuff that goes on constantly, and we need to go through it. Now, there are researchers into neutrinos, as I mentioned. It's a hot new field because there's nothing else to look at. I mean, they've already looked at all the old stuff and can't figure it out. So, it's like looking at something, trying to figure out how to use it or how to open a secret box. Well, after a while, you just hit it with a hammer and walk away. Of course, that's what they do. So, but there are neutrino investigators. There are people looking at tachyons, which is very important to look at because this all connects everything. That's how quantum physics works. Works by tachyon particles, faster than light, or the instant exchange of information. This is all part of it, and so are neutrinos, and so are gravitons. So these are the three big areas of research that we're getting in, and we're be coming out very soon with our new energy charged cells that are neutrino, graviton, and tachyon based, which is going to grab a teeny bit of this energy. It's very difficult to grab these subtle energies, but I'm a subtle energy physicist. I know how to do this. I know what it takes to grab these energies, how you do it, how you grab these, quote, subtle energies that power the universe, and how to use them in daily life. And of course, it's at a base level now, but it's not that we don't know what to do. We just have to perfect it. And that takes time and money. But the basics are there, and we'll be releasing these new amazing technologies to you very soon. So watch for these. Understand that's the new energy. That's, I don't know if it's new physics or not. It's all about subtle energy physics, which I have a master's degree in that understands this. But, I was taught by very specific people at a very specific time. And then, of course, there had to go into basically gnosis states to understand what all the information meant and bring it up to this level. So it's very exciting, and I hope to be sharing my subtle energy physics knowledge with people and teaching a course in it, and maybe even certifying people in subtle energy physics through our college. And remember, we have 3 colleges in our main website with all access membership. They all have libraries that you access. It's all part of this $8 a month deal of the century, where you can go in and learn stuff you're not going to see anywhere else. We also have our Radionic Institute there, and part of that is our Subtle Energy Physics Institute. We have the Occult Science Institute. We have a business school. So there's all sorts of things there for you to learn how to really go to the next level of existence, which is what a gnosis thinker is all about. Well, we have all the old stuff that got us halfway up the stairs, maybe. We've then taken that stuff and kind of not done much with it, and that's moved us up maybe 5 or 6 more steps of what we have in modern time. We do have a lot in modern time, but none of it is really pushed ahead because it's too expensive, and we're too busy wasting our money on movies and war and other things and not getting into these areas. And of course, the problem with corruption is that if anything important comes out, it is shelved. So this is a serious problem. But it's all there. You can learn. You can be one of those people that change the world, that understand what's happening, that goes up to the next level in life, and hopefully can escape out of this sewer jail we're in and not come back here where everything is set up against you. So it's an exciting time, but understand there are all these energies out there, and they're not electromagnetic in nature. That's a fool's errand. That's caveman understanding. And of course, we certainly are stuck in it. Remember, science treats everything the same, and it's basically burn it. Nuclear power, well, that's burning water, creating steam with some hot toxic stuff that just stays around for millions and hundreds of millions of years. Who cares? And of course, we have chemotherapy, which is basically a poison that burns you. It's a burning poison, and apparently chemotherapy or that toxin is mustard gas, something I just learned. See, I learn everything. I learn things every day as well. So chemotherapy is mustard gas. Oh, what a world we live in. Just remember, we have solutions to everything, and they're just wiped off the table, and they say, we don't want solutions, we want corruption. Until next time.